Hi, thanks for checking our video here. This is going to be a little kind of review of this particular model and company in general. This is a Zareba Black Diamond. The model of it is this. It is a 115V4J-6. The 115V is 115 volts, AC. 4J is 4 joules, and 6, I don't know what it is. But anyway, this particular model is a 2015. The 1.5 is the year it was built. It's 115 or 2015 model. This is basically a Zareba 75 mile. It's black diamond. It's kind of a marketing thing. It's just got this black diamond metal on there, and this metal plate in the back. We take this off. The inside gut piece right here is plastic. So it's a marketing thing more than anything. But got the unit going. The circuit board in it was completely trashed. It had it for a while. I don't know if it had ever been worked on before, but the circuit board in it was completely trashed. It was water damaged, and everything else is a complete mess. I mean, the whole thing is just junk. So I wasn't going to even attempt to try to repair the board. It's that far gone, just junk it. And we installed another board and got it going again. But one thing about Zareba, the company owns them. It's called Woodstream. They own electric fence wise. They own they make the units that Tractor Supply, the American Farmworks. They make those units. Of course, Zareba is the main brand. They got Blitzer, Red Snapper, Phi Shock, Zareba, American Farmers. That's basically it. There's like 5 or 6 brands that they own or make units for. Well, they've had trouble off and on having parts ready for order. For if they're out of parts to order them, they're always back ordered, out of stock. So it's been an ongoing issue off and on for 2 or 3 years now, and we're in 2023. And back in August of this year, they sent out letters, Woodstream did, to all their distributors and repair places that as of November 1st, they were no longer going to be offering repair parts anymore. So they already were having trouble with parts to start with. Now they're like, oh, the hell with it. We're just going to stop supplying parts altogether. And I talked to a big distributor for them that we would get parts through. And I said, what's the story there? Why are they just wanting to do it all in-house? He said, well, yes and no. I said, well, what do you mean yes and no? Well, yes, they'll do warranty work in-house. They'll either fix it or replace the unit under warranty. Or if it's out of warranty, you're up the creek without a paddle, basically. They're not going to fix them. They're going to tell you to go buy another one. So there's a few parts still out there. Of course, everybody that could afford it, and if they had the parts available, or buying up all the parts that Zareba, them guys would supply them. So what we did to this one, I'll put a link in the description below on the repair that we did to this one. We'll put a different board in it, and made a wiring, make some modifications to the board because it was a 1 joule board, basically how it's set up, and we boosted up originally to about 2 or a little less than 2 joules. I think, well, that's not quite high enough, so we did a little bit more work and got it to about 3.8 joules output. So I was right in that 4 joule range now. But the good thing of doing that is that board is plentiful. We can get that board all the time. I can buy 50 of them if I needed to. So we can, boards are plentiful. As the transformer goes, we have another transformer that we can wire into the thing and make it work just fine. So that wasn't an issue. But this transformer is still putting out good and doing fine and everything. So yeah. So if you are told by a place that you took a unit to, Zareba, Blitzer, Red Snapper, American Farmworks, Phi Shock, and they say, oh, you can't fix that, no parts are made for it anymore, hit us up and ask us if we can, depending on what model you have, we might be able to fix it for you. I would hate to say throw it away and have to spend money on a new one. And with me, I probably wouldn't even bought Zareba to start with. I would have, their stuff's kind of plentiful. You can get them all over the place, and every farm and fleet store sells one. A bunch of the chain stores sell a variation of different brands. Maybe either one store sells Blitzer, next store 40 miles away sells Zareba, but they're the same guts on the inside. Of course, Tractor Supply sells American Farmworks stuff, which is the same as Zareba. So yeah, it was pretty disheartening that they don't want to supply parts anymore. They're going to the throwaway society thought process. They're just getting out of the repairs altogether. So once the parts are used up, you will not be able to fix these anymore unless we ourselves can either rebuild the boards if they're not too far gone, or we're going to have to retrofit. So that's a little story about it. Not a bad little unit. I mean, shock's hard and heavy for what it's designed to do. But let's show you the joules, what it's putting out. We'll put our fancy meter on here that tells us the output joules of a particular unit under different loads. So we're going to wire this up. We're going to use the terminals here to hold our leads in place. I kind of use like a third hand. Alright, we're going to do a no load first with, turn that on. We're getting, usually right around, usually between 7 and 9 kVs is usually what we're getting out of these things. Or yeah, right around 7 to 8 kVs is what we usually get out of them. This is with their transformer in there. So there's that. So we have 7,000 volts. Okay, let's unplug this. Or actually, we don't need to unplug it. Plug it back in real quick. We just need to move this. We'll put it over to the 500 ohm setting. 2.5 joules, what we're sitting at right now under 500 ohm load. We'll jump it to 200 ohm. 3.7 joules, so right near that 4 joule range. So we're 0.3 off from 4 joules, which 0.3 joules is not going to make or break a fence load situation at all. You're not going to notice a difference in shock power. Whether you had, say you had a $5 bill and $4.90, are you really going to notice the difference between missing a dime? No. So, not that big of a difference. So, but yeah, this thing's working fine now. We're gonna let this thing run for a while. It's been run for probably a couple hours now since we fixed it, and because I want to make sure that the board and the transformer are kosher with each other. Sometimes it initially will run fine, a unit, if you retrofit something else in its place, but then maybe after 10 minutes, 10 seconds, a couple hours, the thing will, a unit will stop working because the transformer and internal impedance has to be what the board's looking for. And if the board for some reason is firing and the impedance inside the transformer is not right, you can actually damage the board and mess something up. So that's why everything's not universal between Model B and Model A, Brand B. They're all a little different. You can use some parts from other brands into other units and make them work. We've done that a bunch of times for people to save people some money from not having to buy a brand new unit or whatever. But well, that's it for now. So if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, we'd appreciate that. Hit the thumbs up button. We'd like that even more. Like I said, if you want to watch the repair video, it's about a 35-minute video of us gutting it, and we had to do 2 or 3 different tests before we finally called it done, to make sure that we got the right joule range that we're looking for, to get in that 3.5, 4 joule range is what I was aiming for, and I got the 3.7, 3.8, so we're doing fine. But anyways, tell your friends about us, hit the thumbs up button, and until next time, see you guys later on.